So, it's your turn to start.
Lucky.
Again. Deja vu.
I know. Wow, it's almost like we did this yesterday.
Really?
Oh,
It doesn't feel like a week. It feels like less than 24 hours. Right. Now, who are you and what do you do?
wow, that was hostile. Hi, you guys. Welcome to Seracast. I am Delicate Bee Flower. I am one of the co-owners of SeraSim. I work on the accounting, the website development, helping to just, bring in events, run the blog. That's kind of my gig. So this is Kess.
Hi, my name is Kess Crystal. I am also the co-owner of SeraSim, and I work on the commercial side of the business. So I deal with all the advertising, sales, a lot of the marketing, promotions, relationship stuff. That's what I do. Don't forget to check us out on serafimitsale.com. I'm sure you already do. But for our YouTube, please like, subscribe, and hit the button so that you get informed every time we upload new content.
So starting today, we have the Easter hunt open.
Oh, I love this. It's only running
through the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
So the way that this works is that there are a bunch of main stores from some of your favorite brands that are participating in a hunt, and then that hunt ends up bringing you to the SeraSim, where you're provided a series of clues that lead to a prize room. And let me tell you, that prize room, top notch.
It'll be packed with, I'm guessing, prizes.
Yes, there will be prizes in the prize room. That was very astute of you.
I know. That's what I'm known for.
Astuteness? Astutitude?
Is that a word?
It is today. So come on out. It's all family friendly. So if you're RPing families in SL, bring them along. Do the Easter hunt. Let's be honest, I won't be around all weekend because I have a bunch of things going on in my real life. And usually I am the most unfamily friendly part of SeraSim. Just me, just Del in general. So you were talking about Sarah Pride for a quick second there.
I was, but
so let's go back to that.
I believe you've got some fairly significant updates.
Yes. So the judges have been locked in for both competitions. We are so fortunate to have incredible judges from the drag race, and I think I've heard from all of them at this point who are coming back. And we have a new judge that's going to be joining us, so we're going to make it a 4-judge panel.
Excellent.
Oh gosh, so excited.
I've seen the names, and they'll be instantly recognizable to huge swathes of the Second Life community. So that's great.
I know. I am here to introduce the first ever Sarah Pride Idol talent competition. So it's going to take place on the day of Sarah Pride, which is June 18th. And we will have a live talent competition with judges and everything. Someone will be awarded the Sarah Pride Idol trophy.
See, I really think you need to call it Prideal, because you can't say Sarah Pride. Sarah Pride Idol, and neither can I.
Well,
whereas Prideal just trips off the tongue.
It does, but it doesn't. If somebody said to you, hey, I'm on Prideal, you'd be like, what the hell is Prideal? Is it a medication?
It does sound a bit like a medication. I'd be like, how long have you been depressed?
Yeah, I know a shrink you could talk to. That's about it right now for Pride. The next few weeks, I may kind of not really have a lot of updates because we're really deep in the planning phases now.
Like you said, everyone we talked to is so enthusiastic, and some
I
of the
know.
donations and prizes that people are giving are incredible. Just
You guys, the other day, somebody, and this is legit, I'm not going to say who and I'm not going to say what, but somebody offered to provide us with something, and it was so generous, I literally got like teary-eyed. And the whole point of this entire thing is to raise money. SeraSim is not, by any stretch, profiting off one thing. In fact, we're putting a ton of money into this.
yeah, yeah.
So, this is literally just to raise money for Rainbow Railroad, which I've talked about before. But I put the Sarah Pride page up on the website. So if you look at the blue banner on the top of the page, you'll see a link now to the Sarah Pride page. It's pretty empty right now because obviously we're going to update it and fill in information. As things become more kind of, set in stone, then we'll be updating that page. So kind of you can keep your eye on that too.
So, answering questions.
It's from Sin, my little wifey.
Okay, so Sin is asking, what is one thing you would change about one, SeraSim, and two, each other? If you could, nothing is not allowed. I mean, like I said,
Nothing.
I don't think she's the judge of that. But I was giving some thought to what I'd change about SeraSim, and I think, if we had a perfect scenario, I would like to have like unlimited options for the size and scope of the website. We are limited at the moment by the bandwidth and server space and all that kind of stuff that we have for SeraSim. And, if that was unlimited, and the sky would be the limit for what we could do with the site.
And that actually is not dissimilar from what I would change about SeraSim is, if we were able to increase the depth of the information that we could put out there, I would really like to make it even more accessible to shoppers. Every once in a while I'm like, oh man, we should figure out a way to do this. Like some idea that pops into my head.
Yeah.
So then we bounce it around, and sometimes they come to fruition, and sometimes people are like, nah, Del, you're kind of like, that's a pie in the sky idea.
Mm-hmm.
And that doesn't mean we give up on them. Sometimes those pie in the sky ideas come back for conversations at a later point.
Yeah, exactly.
I'd just like to increase the accessibility of it, improve that user experience. So that's what we would change about SeraSim. Now, what would we change about each other? Nothing's off limits.
I would like you to make sure that you have knickers on when I say, have you got knickers on? But aside from that, actually, it's something that I would like to change for you rather than to change about you, because one of the things that I value most with you is your honesty and your directness, because that's something I value in people. I don't like people that are, well, not that I don't like them, but I prefer people to not be fluffy and woolly, and I like people that get to the point and say what they mean, and there's no confusion with people like that about what they really think. You don't walk away from a conversation thinking, oh, I'm not sure, did they really want me to do this or that, So I really appreciate that. But for some people who are the more woolly and fluffy type people, they find people like that quite abrasive. And I feel like there are people out there that think you're just being mean sometimes when...
Yeah.
And you're not a mean person at all. You're one of the most caring and genuine and helpful people on the grid, but because you're very direct, they see it as a meanness, and I would like to change that perception for you.
Aw.
Maybe
That's
me
so
saying
sweet.
that out loud will change some people's perception.
Well, we'll see, I guess. I
Hmm.
doubt it. But thank you.
I'll start a
Should,
campaign. The Dell is not an arsehole campaign,
aw.
apart from when Dell is deliberately being an arsehole.
Yeah. I have my listen. The reputation isn't completely unearned. I've had my moments of dickishness. Since we're talking about things that would make my life easier, let's talk about what I would change about you. I would like you to stop eating mayonnaise and cheese and peanut butter, crunchy peanut butter at that, on a sandwich. That, oh. However, what I would actually really like for you to change, please, is your geography. I would really like it if you would leave England and move to Florida
Oh,
so that we could hang out and be together all the time and we could be doing this poolside.
that would be so cool. Now that travel is more back on the things that you can do, I think definitely in the next couple of years you're either going to come here or I'm going to go there
Oh
for
yeah.
sure.
Yeah. Yeah. We gotta make it happen.
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited to show you parts of the UK, but I actually really like the idea of sitting by the side of a pool too.
Right? So yeah, if you guys have any questions, I think the Sin well is running dry here.
Uh-oh.
So I know.
You need
So
to
if you guys
message
have any
Archer
questions.
because he said he had
Oh,
questions.
I know. Archer. Hey, Archer. Send me a message.
Yeah,
Archer. Yeah. We'll talk about it. Okay. Send
yeah.
in those questions. I will put the email address at the bottom, the lower third of the screen. So it is time for myth busting.
I mean, oh shit,
Myth.
you hadn't finished. I mean, I'm pretty sure that cat is well and truly strangled now. You can stop.
You didn't like that one?
You did one that was yesterday. I'm not going to refer. I'm just going to refer. Let's call it the rehearsal.
The rehearsal. Yes, I did one during the rehearsal, and what happened?
um,
Uh-oh.
it was very sort of John Williams, Close Encounters of the Third Kind, cinematic. Boom, boom, boom. I was like, oh, she's going full on operatic, cinematic. Like here, I was impressed. Not gonna lie.
Today I was trying to channel like Celine Dion. Didn't I sound just like her?
No.
So, this week's myth is that SeraSim is like a revolving door of people and that we have a super high turnover here.
And we do have turnover. I think the answer to this is kind of yes and no. Well, certainly we went through a phase of people leaving because, the world opened up again. And they weren't in
Yeah.
SL all the time, and their
Right.
real life jobs were back, and
Right.
so there were a lot of people that joined SeraSim during lockdown that wanted to go back to real life, and that is like fine. We encourage that. I looked at the staff list the other day when I was looking at the birthdays and res days and stuff, and we've got 24 staff, including us.
Yeah.
24 people work at SeraSim,
Mhm.
and that's blogging, administration, marketing, social media, management. That would be a good sized company in real life.
We have a quarterly bonus structure, basically. And to qualify for it, you have to be with SeraSim a minimum of 3 months, maximum of 5 months to get your first bonus because it's quarterly, and we just paid out a whole bunch of people
Hmm.
on their quarterly bonuses. So, that is an indication that people are staying as well.
Yeah,
Because if they weren't here long enough, they wouldn't be getting bonuses.
exactly. We've got amazing team. And
Mm-hmm.
we were just saying the other day, weren't we, how we're always telling other people how amazing our team are. And then something will happen in the channel and we're like, you just proved exactly what we've just been telling someone about how incredible you guys are.
Exactly.
And they're funny as well and entertaining,
Oh my
and they work really hard, but oh my god, they are a riot, some of them as well.
God. Yes.
So, the views and opinions expressed in this segment are those of SeraSim team members individually and do not necessarily reflect the position or official policies of SeraSimSL.com. Any content provided during the editorial section of this podcast is not intended to malign anyone or anything. How'd I do?
The rehearsal was better.
The rehearsal. Like, people are literally going to think we're this bad and we rehearsed for it.
We don't, but I clearly have an issue with the recording software. I had to reinstall it last night, all kinds of stuff. The past 3 weeks it's failed on the first recording, so we've had to do a second recording. That's what's happening, but we're trying to figure out what's going on. But we found a workaround, thankfully. The workaround is named Kess.
I am the workaround.
So I took this deep dive into New World Notes this week because, well, first of all, you know how we were talking on the podcast about how there should be like an SL Preservation Historical Society?
Mm-hmm.
Spoiler alert, there is one.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, oh. Now, I thought, can we take credit for that?
I'm going to go with yes. Yes, we can.
Oh, we can.
So you guys are welcome. You guys are welcome for suggesting something that already existed. But the good news about that is that they did come in and add Tempura to their preserved Sims list. So Tempura is not going to close. It's not going away.
Yeah, it's been saved. Which is great. It is great news for everybody, that one.
I noticed that, but the article that really caught my attention was, I guess that people over at New World Notes were interviewed by some various governmental agencies about their knowledge of the metaverse. Probably a lot of it is like confidential or classified or whatever that they can't talk about, but I guess that they were asking questions about safety of vulnerable populations and security procedures and things like that help to protect people.
Mm-hmm.
Clearly, like, regulation is coming. And this is kind of the other side of the coin. Like, Zuckerberg comes out and he's like, oh, hey, we're going to develop this metaverse, which immediately shone a big spotlight onto Second Life.
Yeah.
Well, at first there's interest, and then what comes after the interest is the government saying, where's our cut?
Yeah.
We have the interest, which is great, and it's growing. And now the government's coming in and saying, okay, how can we regulate this? And it's to protect the public, to protect vulnerable people.
Mm-hmm.
And you can guarantee immediately after regulation comes taxation.
Yeah.
So just kind of raising that awareness that wasn't said in the article. It's just how American government works, probably how every government works. Just know, like, if you're a creator, if you are at all putting any content into this, there's probably going to be some regulatory stuff that comes out, and it will probably accompany or soon be followed by some taxation stuff.
Yeah. Our favourite find by a member of the team today is Fen, who's recently joined SeraSim, and she does lots of admin-y things, and she does all the social media. So she makes sure that, like, all the posts go onto Facebook and Twitter and Flickr, etc., so that whatever social media platform you're using, you can keep up to date with what's new on SeraSim. Her choice this week is the Iris slides from Friday at Collab88. They come in 2 packs, a neutral pack and a spring pack. There's 8 colours with bow and soul options too. They're 288 lindens per pack, or 488 lindens for the lot. They're made from Maitreya Legacy.
Wait a minute. Go back a second.
Yeah.
288 each?
You heard it right.
And 488 for the fat pack?
I mean, I don't know why anyone would buy a single pack. Like, why would you not buy both? There's no logic.
So if you want like the white and the black, let's say, you might as well just buy the fat pack
Yeah.
because it's going to be cheaper.
Yeah.
That's generous.
Yeah. So anyway, what she said about them, and I couldn't agree more with this. I'm always looking for cute, comfy footwear that's not sneakers, heels, or flip-flops. And these hit the spot for me. That's fun. They're so cute. The colours are awesome. Perfect for spring and summer to show off those pretty little toes. They look great with jeans, shorts, and sweats. They're really versatile, and I love them.
I like the little bow.
Yeah. I'm going to get them. I haven't done Caliber 88 this round yet, but I will be stopping in there to have a look.
So my favorite find of the week is a hair that is at equal 10 by Doe. I call it Doe.
Do.
But people, it's DOUX. People say do. People say, like if you're French, you say D.
I don't think they do. But okay.
Yeah, if you're Sin, you say ducks.
No.
So
no, she
know,
doesn't, surely.
Ducks. Yes, she does. She also says persuado.
No.
Yes. So Doe has this Brienne hair. It's beautiful. It's just like the perfect wave. It's just beautiful. You could totally jazz it up and wear it with like a beautiful dress, like a gown or something, but you could also, in jeans and a t-shirt, it would be perfect. It's a really versatile looking hair. So the basic pack is 200 linden and then the deluxe pack is 550. So in the basic pack you get basically a gazillion colors, right? You can change the colors of the hair. The deluxe pack, you get also different style options. What's your favorite find?
So my favorite find I'm wearing is it's by Decoy. It's at Access. It's called the Priscilla Romper. You buy the color option almost for like the bottom half of the romper, and there are 17 different colors that you can get, and then each color pack comes with a HUD with 29 colors and textures for the top blouse. So there's patterns, there's plains. It's great. For 250 linden, that is a bargain. The fat pack is 1595 and it comes from Maitreya, Petite, Eborn and Legacy.
It's cute.
Yeah,
I like it.
It's really detailed. You know, I'm a bit fussy when it comes to like seams and you know how hems and things like that are done. Sometimes they're awfully blurry, but this is so crisp and on point. And this isn't a basic stitch either. If you look around the legs on the item, it's got a really fancy stitch, and yet it's still really crisp. Just really nicely done.
Yeah, it looks really good. So there's some really great events opening this week. First, I want to bring up, though, Fantasy Fair. It opens on Thursday, April 21st. Fantasy Fair is 400,000 Sims. It's huge.
It is.
There's gorgeous stuff there. There's tons of furniture, tons of costumes, clothing, like hairs, shoes, like you name it. If it's at all related to fantasy, even in the slightest, it's at this event. The event also, like, they work to benefit Relay for Life. So they're funding cancer research on top of being this awesome event. Last year, they raised over $95,000. Not Linda.
I know. I'm not surprised. They do incredible fundraising. What I love about Fantasy Fair is the Sims themselves are the experience.
Oh, they're gorgeous.
They have the most talented designers come in and create these incredible sim experiences, which are just amazing.
Make sure you go and check that out. Buy what you can. It goes to a good cause. If you want to see kind of the details of the fundraising and things like that, go to their website. It's really a good event, and I know people do look forward to this one all year long.
Yeah. We should also tell you the other event that opens, and we're actually here right now. You're looking at us at the Legacy Spring Fair. There's huge brands here. I mean, apart from Legacy itself, there's Lelutka, Glamour Fair have got new skins here. I know for sure Velour are here as well with skins, plus lots and lots of fashion brands. So this event it's 110 brands over 2 Sims, and it is going to be packed for days. It really is. There's also this big, you can see this Easter egg that we've got on the table here. There are going to be these Easter eggs dotted all over the first weekend, all over the sim, and you touch them and you've got a chance of winning various different prizes. So that's another part of it. It really is just going to be a massive event, and we have got a huge prize. Well, we've got 2 huge prizes. So, firstly, we have 10 24-hour early access passes for this event, because this event, like I said, is going to be packed for days.
Yeah,
so
you're not going to be able to get in.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're going to need early access to this one.
Yeah. So we've got these early access passes for 24 hours from 12 noon on Saturday through to the opening of the event on the Sunday. To enter that contest, you need to put your name in the comments of this YouTube video with your favourite chocolate that you'll be eating this Easter. And in 20 hours time from this video going out, we'll be pulling 10 names to hand over to Legacy to give you that early access to start at midnight on Saturday. So you've got to be quick, you've got to get your name in, you've got to get your comment in. We also have Legacy bodies to give away, but we don't want to get confused with the early access. So what we're going to do is we're going to post out a mini-sode on Sunday when this opens to win Legacy bodies. You really must be subscribed and have that bell hit, because that's you make me nervous about saying hit the bell.
Why?
Because you start singing.
Well, that should be like a joy for you.
That's my new noise. Anywho, make sure you're subscribed so that you get notified when we put that post out on Sunday, so that you can enter the contest. We don't want people to miss out on this one. We're also going to have bodies to give away on the SeraSim site and also on our other social media platforms. So all the links are below in the description for this video. Make sure that you like us everywhere.
There are a couple of changes with SL this week that I find particularly interesting.
Oh, here she goes. Sherlock Holmes.
I know. I'm getting ready. So, Second Life has introduced SL University, which is for new users to introduce them into all the mechanisms of SL, to make sure they're learning the mechanics of this virtual world. It's going to make it easier for them to enter the virtual world.
I think it's getting people to stay, because like people sign up and then they don't stay because it's such a steep learning curve.
It's too hard.
Yeah.
In addition to that, there was, I don't know if you were affected by it, but the other day logins were disabled for, I don't know, half hour or whatever. That was because they were making login improvements specifically for new users.
Oh, right. Okay.
So, I mean, think about it. And I mean, their post said this is a new user enhancement, right? And that's what kind of struck me, because I then realized, like, we really haven't had issues with logins lately. It's not like they were going in and doing bug fixes. But here they are enhancing the actual login experience specifically for new users and setting up this SL University. If they're not already experiencing an influx of new users, they're expecting it.
Yeah.
They're changing that new user experience to be more welcoming, more accessible, and to reduce the barriers of entry.
Yeah. That is a conclusion that you could come to if you were like a conspiracy person.
This is Dell's conspiracy. and understand that, like, outside of the blog posts themselves, I have no information. No one said to me, "Hey, Dell, they're increasing the new user experience." I mean, the writing's on the wall as far as I'm concerned.
I mean, great. If we get new users in, that's amazing. That's, you know, it's
great for everybody.
Exactly.
I think it's huge.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think they're preparing for an influx. I really do. I really do. So, I hope that's what we have. I hope we do have an influx. I think that about does it for today.
Yeah, it really does. So don't forget, enter the contest below. We want to know what chocolate you're going to be eating over Easter and your name. And we'll be picking 10 winners in 20 hours from when this video goes out to get 24 hours early access to shop that incredible event that's going to be busy for days. So, like, this is the only way to guarantee that you're going to be able to get in. So, like, enter this and then come back on Sunday and enter to win some bodies.
And even if you don't celebrate, I don't celebrate Easter, but I'll eat some chocolate on Sunday. Thank you for listening. Make sure that you like and subscribe. Ring the bell. Ring my bell.
Don't make it sound like that.
Ring my bell.
And we will see you on Sunday and then again on Monday for the Outlet Live. Yep. Happy Easter, everybody.
And happy Passover, too. I just had a macaroon. Do you know what a macaroon is? Not a macaron like they have in France or whatever, where it's like the puffy little cookie, but like a macaroon, it's a coconut cookie kind of.
Yeah.
So anyway, it's Passover this week, so my mom is making macaroons.
Mm-hmm. It's Passover Sunday, isn't it?
Yeah, Friday night. It starts Friday night.
Well, I feel like yesterday you said it was on Sunday.
Well, it's 8 days, so yes.
There's a thing about 8 days. 8 days a week.
8 days a week. Bum, 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 bum.
Tell me you don't know the rest of the lyrics without telling me you don't know the rest of the lyrics.
I really don't. I really don't. The entitlement is real.
It really is, right. Okay. So I think that she's basically saying, I used this form for the wrong thing, and because you haven't responded to my form I used for the wrong thing, I'm now going to harass you till you speak to me.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it'll work, because I'll speak to her.
Oh, I don't feel like that's going to go very well for her.
Wow, that's why people think I'm an asshole. But you know what I've noticed about you?
I think I might know what you've noticed about me.
You have kind of these like two groups of friends. You have your friends who are super sweet and super nice, awesome, supportive, like really kind people.
Mm-hmm.
And you have this group of friends, the one that I'm in,
mm-hmm.
that's like a group of dicks, right? Like me, Sadie, Trouble, like that's that group, right? The other day I was on Amazon and I was looking at like, you know, those margarita machines that they have at the bar where it's like the crushed ice blender on the top and you just like open the spigot and you get like a cold icy margarita.
Oh.
Yeah, they're $300.
Oh,
so they're probably not happening. I'll probably stick to the normal blender.
I mean, if we got enough on the SeraSim account, it could be a it could be a business expense.
If anyone from the IRS is listening, I am not claiming that. It's not a business expense. Please do not audit me. Thank you. Yeah. Because Kess thinks like our friends, like our people, shouldn't be sending in questions.
I do not think that.
Since my wife.
I said Archer shouldn't be because he's going to try and say something, like, he's going to try to get you to say something embarrassing about me.
Why should that be different from any other episode we've recorded?
Okay, that is actually a really good point. This event space is absolutely gorgeous. It's
Oh,
really
it's
beautiful.
I saw a peacock.
Do you know what?
There was a peacock back there.
when we were recording this, I saw what I thought was a moving bush.
It was the peacock.
And I was like, someone's spying on us. Like in a bush. And then I realised it was a peacock.
Oh my gosh, funny.
All
right, guys. Well, thank you so much for listening.
Yeah. Thank you for listening.
Remember to...
Thank you for listening.
See? You are an asshole.